What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 in my, you guessed it, brand new fresh start account for the end of 2023 and 2024. Now, for those that will no doubt let me know about it, I've been saying for years I'm never going to do this again because the game just hasn't changed. No reason to, and although a lot of the things are still very similar, we just had a stat squish in the game that I don't know if it changed early game or not. So with that in mind, I thought it was time for a fresh playthrough to jump in and experience the game from the beginning once again. Now, in this particular series, it's going to take me several weeks to get it completely finished. I'll get episodes out as often as I can. We're going to be going through from a very fresh start to your very first Ancient Power reset. Now, with that in mind, there is things like the campaign and adventure mode where I'm just going to speed right through. You see, I've already done the first 3 tutorial maps, and I'm on map number 4. If you are a brand new player starting the game, one important thing to note is just follow the quest line. Like it's telling me next, go to defend the ramparts. It might feel like kind of a no-brainer for you, however, the new player quest line in Dungeon Defenders 2 is extremely rewarding and very much worth every single player doing. Now, for full clarity, I did get the very lowest starter pack for DD2, so I started off with some gems. This pack came with 2,000 gems and 5 campaign shard packs, and I used the gems just for quality of life to increase my inventory size. If you are going to spend any money in Dungeon Defenders 2 as a brand new player before you dive deeper into the game, you will be tempted to bust out some of these shiny new heroes that you can unlock. However, the greatest quality of life you can give yourself in the game is no doubt inventory space. You're going to need lots of inventory space. You can purchase inventory space, of course, for 640 gems, or you can max out your bags with a 10% discount. And then additionally, you can buy vault tabs, also going to be extremely valuable for you. Now, that starter pack I used gave me 1 inventory bag and 1 vault tab as part of the pack. We're going to earn another bag and another vault tab as part of the new player quest. However, before we get to that, I did want to just get it out there that I did pick up one of the starter packs just so I could get a little more quality of life. Now, we'll be going through the game without any additional heroes, so we're going to be using the starting 4 heroes. With that in mind, remember that experience in Dungeon Defenders 2 is all about keeping your deck full. By not having heroes in the deck, you're not gaining more experience to one particular hero. So, for example, if a map awards 1,000 experience, if you have 1 hero in your deck, you're going to get 1,000 experience. If you have 4 heroes in your deck, you're going to get 1,000 experience for each hero. So you would end up getting 4,000 total experience from that map just by keeping your deck full. Now, some of the things through the game are scripted and they're guaranteed drops. For example, you are guaranteed to get a medallion for playing through the second tutorial map. You're going to want to put this on whatever your main damaging defense is. You're also guaranteed to get various weapons, like the staff and the sword from the first map, and then you're going to get some other drops as well that you can kind of fill in with as you go. Now, pick which hero you want to use actively. One thing I would say, though, is don't be afraid to use the abilities. The abilities are very powerful, and particularly at this state, level 11, every character has something that can be very, very beneficial. For example, the Apprentice has the Tornado, which is going to give knock-up to enemies and is going to give you a little bit of crowd control, buying you a couple of seconds of relief on whatever lane you use that tornado in. The Squire has a Provoke ability that's going to taunt enemies and allow you to pull them like away from your wall, where your defenses and you can hit them at the same time. The Huntress has the concussive shots, which is a stun, so it does do nice damage, but additionally it's going to stun enemies, and stunning enemies, of course, is just going to help you out. The Monk has two different items. You've got the Pole Smash, which is going to knock enemies up, giving you a very brief bit of crowd control, and then has your Chi Blast, which is going to damage and knock back enemies. So by all means, use your abilities. Don't just go through and try to spam your auto attack to get your wins, as mixing your abilities in are going to do just great things for you. Now, additionally, when you first get started, you're going to have to go through the campaign, but the first 3 maps are tutorial maps. When you play these maps, if you switch it over to hard, it will remove the tutorial element and just let you play the map. So if you're a tower defense veteran or a dungeon defenders veteran and you don't feel like you need the absolute extreme basics, just play it on hard and it will skip those tutorial elements but still allow you to get completion on the various maps as you play through. Now, as I mentioned, the starter quest is extremely important. It's very, very valuable. Every new player should play through it. In my opinion, and for this particular series, I am going to prioritize going through that quest. Not only is it super rewarding, but it's going to give you a really good breakdown and general overview of all of the various game modes throughout the game. Now, as I mentioned, I am going to be skipping through quite a bit of this super early stuff, as it's just videos that I feel like it's a waste of time to record. Really, no one is going to have a problem making it through the campaign. If you do have a problem making it through the campaign, you might mess up on, say, one map or something somewhere. Just replay the map. You're going to get the win. So I'm not going to go through and record each individual campaign and adventure map individually, as they're just kind of easy. Now, the very first goal, of course, is to complete the campaign. You see, I got the ramparts next, so I'm going to want to go through. And it's a very short campaign. There's only a few more maps, and I will be done with it. So that would be the very first objective. Get your campaign completed. As you see here, I'm basically going to use this strat all the way through to Chaos 1, and that is spam Flame Auras down a lane. Once I get Lightning Strike Auras unlocked, I will mix Lightning Strike Auras in with the mix as well, all the way down lanes to a Spike Blockade. Very, very not super secret strategy. It just gets the job done. You can just spam Flame Auras through the lanes. Now, I'm a big lover of the Monk. I enjoy using Auras, so that's what I'm choosing. By all means, use the defense that you feel like is the most fun, and explore them all if you're unfamiliar with the defenses, and learn a little bit about the basic defenses of each hero. Now, as part of the tutorial, it will show you that you're going to be earning Defender Medals, and you can use Defender Medals to unlock additional heroes. If you want to unlock an additional hero with gems, of course you can do that by all means. If you want to unlock any that are going to add to your gameplay, the EV is a very popular very first unlock, has a few very powerful defenses in the game, additionally gives you a straight counter for one of the enemies that you'll find later on in your progression, and then heroes like the Mercenary, the Countess, and the newest hero, the Hunter, are all real powerhouses early game. So by all means, if you're going to play Dungeon Defenders 2 and you're going to play it for a long time, then you will eventually unlock every hero. So don't worry about what hero you unlock. If you choose to unlock one, pick the one that's the most fun for you. Now, I will say, as far as spending money goes, and I didn't want this video to be about that, this All Heroes bundle is the best value in the game. 3,600 gems to unlock every hero is just absolutely huge. Especially when you consider that each individual hero is going to cost you 1,500. So that is a big, big value if you do want to spend money on heroes. However, I would strongly suggest your first priority, make it your inventory space, as it's going to be just huge. Now, if you do have some more inventory, then you're going to want to deal with your bag options. Now, if you didn't get any more inventory and you're just jumping in and playing the game as it comes to you, nothing wrong with that at all. You won't have to worry about this next section as much. But it's important to realize with the auto-looting in the game how it works. First off, it goes from left to right through your bags. So this first bag is always going to have priority over any other bags. So if we take a look at the bag options here, the only things I have dropping in this one are pet eggs and consumable items. So any pet eggs or consumable items are always going to go to that very first bag for me. My second, third, and fourth bag, since I spent a little bit on gems to unlock some more bags, are just going to be dump bags. These are bags that are going to just fill up as I play. Inventory management is a big part of the game. I personally like to glance through my inventory quickly just about every map. However, I do have 3 bags where I could play several maps in a row before checking them out, and I have these just looting everything. So, since the left bag is prioritized first, then everything in the left bag, which is selected, which is those pet eggs and shards, or consumables, is going to dump into this first bag. Everything else that drops will go into this second bag. When this one fills up, it'll go into this one. Same exact settings here with all. When the second one fills up, of course, it will go to the third one. Now, I do have my fourth bag set up for any particular shiny items or items I want to keep and maybe take a look at later. Now, these are items I'm going to manually place in there. As you see, I've got those 5 shard packs in there from the starter pack that I'm not going to crack open. So I'm just saving those for later. And then last but not least, one thing I would really encourage for any brand new player from the game is to experience the game. As with many games out there, it's about the journey. It's not about the destination. So although there are ways that you could join up with other friends and get power leveled through the game, you're not doing yourself any favors at all, as you're not learning the basics of the game. And then additionally, you're not getting the drops or the rewards like the shards that you would be getting from playing through the game. So I do strongly encourage everyone play through the game, follow the quest line, and enjoy your time in Dungeon Defenders 2. That will do it for this episode. Next episode, we'll be going on finalizing the campaign and finishing up the start of the new player quest line, and then moving on to the next schedule or next goal from the Knight Commander here. But that will do it for now for episode 1. So more to come. As I mentioned, this will take me several weeks to go through and get recorded and get uploaded, but I'm going to try to get a video out as often as possible with this Fresh Start series. But that will do it for now. Thanks an absolute ton for watching, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.